data. And another good idea is to keep all of your data that you're going to be working with in this folder. So you can see I've got this magnetic tutorial folder, and I'll now put a folder inside here called data, because then it's easy to find. So we're going to be working with this Karoo2 database. If I open it, it's a CSV. Actually, I'm not going to, because you can see it's going to look like this. But in general, it's a whole bunch of magnetic data that was collected by an aeroplane. So you can see here at the beginning, there's something that's labeled with an L. These are the lines, the magnetic lines. So let's import it into a database, and we can look at it better. So you're going to go database, import, ASCII. Database, import, ASCII. And it says, well, what database should it import it into? Well, we don't currently have any, so let's create one. I like to call mine the same name as the CSV file, so I know what I've imported. So it's Karoo2_red2, and click create database, and it's created for you, and you click OK. Now it says, well, what file do you want to import? So I click there. It goes straight away to the folder I'm working in. I go to data and I find the folder. So you can see the importance here of keeping everything in a logical place. It'll make it easier when you're importing. Now we have to create a template so we know what the different columns are. So first window, the main thing to look out for is this number over here, start import on row 2. If you have more headings, you might need to change that number. Here it's picked up as a CSV file, but if it's a tab delimited or space delimited or semicolon, you would actually have to choose some of these other options to make it recognize your columns. And then here we designate the headings. So thankfully I've already got headings in my data. So this is the lines, raw magnetic data, micro leveled, so you can see it's been edited or processed and leveled, and I've got longitude and latitude. So it's picking up the headings, so it's fine. The only thing I want you to change is this first column says line. Click on it and then click here and change the channel type to line. It'll then import each line individually, and click finish. And click OK. And you can see it's imported the data. So just having a better look at our columns, I've got the longitude and latitude, I've got topography, I've got flight height, which is exactly 100 meters above the topography, because I know the plane was flying at 100 meters. I've got X UTM and Y UTM, so this is my lat long converted into meters. And then I hope you'll forgive me, I should have deleted these extra rows. So I've actually got 2 micro leveled rows and this micro level 2. So you can see I haven't done a good job here. So if you've opened it at this point, we can just hide the ones that aren't necessary. You click on the header so it's blue, right click, hide column. You can also do that to this micro level column. Hide column. I always put numbers after the things as I edit them, so I know that this is my latest version. And so before we finish this video, let's just define our X and Y values, because even though we've got headings that are lat long and XY, Geosoft doesn't know that those are XY. So how we do that, go coordinates and go here to set coordinate system. And I'm going to set the X and Y because I like working in X and Y. It now says to us what is the coordinate system. So I click on that and it's going to bring up a window where I can define the coordinate system. And you then have to go through these folders to find the ones you want. In all honesty, I just keep a little piece of paper, well, note on my desktop with my different coordinates in it so that I don't have to keep scrolling through lots of folders. So what I mean by this is you can see if I was working in lat long, I would use this EPSG number of 4326. If I had UTM35, this would be the one. But we're working UTM34, so I'm copying this number, 32734, and I'm putting it over here. I know that it's also WGS84, which is a description of the shape of the Earth in a way. So I want you to type in the search bar 32734, click enter, and you can see it automatically takes us to the right coordinate system, which is WGS84. You can see this is the datum, which has to do with the mathematical equation, I suppose, for like the shape of the Earth, and projection is how a circular map is being projected down into a flat map. And so we click, when here we're in zone 34, a lot of other places in South Africa are zone 35. So we click OK. And you can see what's happened now is our X and Y column are now have a small little blue X and Y next to it, so we are ready to create our grid. Geosoft auto saves, but if you're concerned about losing stuff, you can just click on this button here and click Save Project.